Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the new semester training session series conducted by Deanship of E-Learning and IT. Myself, Reema Shaheen, and today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic, a little bit technical, but don't worry about it. We will go through with all the terminologies and all the from the scratch to scratch from the end to make it understand for you guys. That is a learning management system integration standards. The word learning management system is not a very new word for you guys because you are using this LMS system since 3 years. If I'm talking about, it's not about the 3 years. You are using LMS system in a Jazan University. If I'm talking, you are using this from 2006, the JASU, the JUMP, and then you are using the Blackboard mostly. But most of the use of any of the LMS system, if I'm talking about the worldwide, or if I'm talking about in a university in Saudi Arabia, or even in a Jazan University, the usability of a learning management system increased after the 2020 pandemic. Now let's move toward the things what we are going to learn today. The first thing that is the e-learning standards. Today we are going to talk about some standards which is connected with the e-learning. If I'm talking about the standards, nothing if I'm talking in a digital world or the traditional world, we should have some standards to implement anything. So it's not possible to implementation of e-learning without any standards. If I elaborate this terminology, the e-learning standards, basically, these are the set of common rules that apply to content, authoring software, and learning management system. They provide all stakeholders with guidelines for designing and developing content, deploying it across platforms, and ensure the integration across the devices. If I make it easy or in a easy words for you guys, so you can say that this is basically some of the instructions, set of instruction, which is needed to be aware with the authoring tools. The authoring tools you are using to create your content, to end the must be familiar with the learning management system, and also the compatibility, the integration, and everything would be a very integrated with each other across all the devices. That is basically the purpose of the e-learning standards. In the current world, tracking learning performance, analysis, and feedback is as important as creating engaging content. Organizations across the globe are emphasizing on tracking technologies as well as smooth integration between the various learning management systems. To make things smoother, the e-learning industry adhere to learning technology standards that allow easy content distributions and provide smart metrics across platforms. So the next question is these popular e-learning standards. Now we are going to talk about some of the standards. What are these standards? Basically, I just mentioned here the three names. These are the popular standards. The first one is AICC, the SCROM, and TINCAN. Today, we are going to understand about these standards, what actually the meaning of these standards, where they use, is it still using, or an old one, which is the most least one we are using right now. The e-learning industry adhere to learning technology standards that allow easy content distributions and provide smart metric across platform. So most used standards are AICC, SCROM, and TINCAN. These are the types of e-learning standards. Okay, what is AICC? AICC is a very early e-learning standard. It was created in 1988 by the Aviation Industry Computer-Based Training Committee to standardize the material and technology used to train airline workers. If you are seeing this diagram, you will be able to understand how it works, the AICC standard. that is uses basically the HTTP AICC communication protocol to communicate between a learning management system and the course content. The xAPI methodology is a quite straightforward, using an HTML form and simple text string to transform the information to the form of the LMS. So here is a two integrations between the LMS and AICC course. AICC course would be transferred to the LMS by the HTML form and the connected by this text string. Now the next question, reason to consider the AICC, where we can use the AICC. As I mentioned, this one is the oldest one, but still it's used, but still in many ways we can use it. It's extremely old by the technology standard. Is there anything you can think that there's anything newer standards? There are the many newer standards are available. Is it still usable? Then we can say yes, in the form of security. AICC is a more secure. It supports highly secure HTTPS data transfer between the content and the LMS. And the second thing is deployment flexibility. The AICC content can be sorted on a separate server or domain from one where the LMS is hosted, which allow for more flexible development configurations. So these are the two main features you can say of the AICC, which is usable for the different, if anyone related to these kind of the features needed, then they can use the AICC standards. Now the next one, that is, what is a SCROM? Basically, this terminology is more familiar with you guys. Maybe you just see this one in a LMS system in a Blackboard. While you just going to upload your content course, you will be able to use this standard package to upload your content. We will discuss about this in a detail, but before that, let me explain you what is basically the meaning of SCROM and how we can use it and how it works. The meaning of the SCROM is the Shareable Content Object Reference Model, was the first published by the US government's Advanced Distributed Learning Project in 2000. And it is a de facto standard of e-learning content. The standard is, in fact, a set of technical standards that were designed to address the issues of its predecessor, that are AICC. Which we issues just faced by the AICC, we just can say that we remove that one and enhance the capability of the SCROM to give a better outcomes. SCROM provides a communication method and data model that allow e-learning content and an LMS to work together. All the training materials for one course are packed into a SCROM package, a zip. You can say zip files, and contain files in a specific hierarchy. To deliver your e-courses via LMS, SCROM has its three main components. If I'm talking about the component of SCROM packages, that is the content packages, runtime, and sequencing. Basically, the content packaging is output of a course in a zip file, and the runtime launches the course in a web browser, and the sequencing does dedicate how you learner navigate the course. So these are the three important things. If you are seeing this diagram, you can clearly get the idea how it's worked. We have the first one, that is the e-course content item, and then it will be converted to the SCROM package, and then it will be integrated with the LMS system or upload to the LMS system. So what are the features of SCROM which make it considerable? So the first one is easy content creation. Most SCROM content authoring tools are quite straightforward and user-friendly. You don't have to be coding genuine to transform a PowerPoint deck, for example, into an interactive e-learning courses. We have a mini authoring tool. I will discuss further slides what is actually the authoring tool. We will revise. We already had the sessions on the authoring tool, but we will revise again how many authoring tools we have and how we can get the SCROM packages from them. The second thing is sequencing support. You can set rules for how long a learner has to stay on a certain page or a section before they are allowed to progress, and how much time they need to spend on a course overall. Maybe you attend any of the course, which is online course, and you just check it out that there is a summer progress bar. You will be going through the every page and your progress will be increased. So this is like one giving you a one complete sequence. And the third one, the authoring tools support. Almost all authoring tools support both versions of SCROM. We have a different 3 versions of SCROM, but mostly we are using the SCROM version 1.2. The next one is the LMS support. Almost all LMS vendors support SCROM content, so migration courses from an old system to a new one is relatively easy. If you are going to change your LMS system, or if you are going to change or upgrade your LMS system, that's no problem at all, because it's a flexibility or LMS support that it will be converted easily toward the next one. Easy course catalog building. The SCROM specifies a minimum set of metadata that make it practical for you to build catalogs of content, regardless of where the content comes from. You can just try to be a single authoring tool and content provider. No need to be worry about where the contents come from. Just need to be an authoring tool and just need to be any of the content provider to integrate with it. The next one is mix and match content. You can mix and match content from different sources within a course. For example, e-learning developed in one authoring tool can be mixed with the other SCROM packages developed in other tools. So we can use a different authoring tools. Some of the authoring tools will specifically give you a one type of creation. For example, one authoring tool give you an option to create a video, or another authoring tool give you an option of to creating your slides or content and other content, and you want to be merged both of them, then it's possible that you can mix and match the content. Standardized giving obstacle content can be, you can say, all the standards well documented in a zip format. You can just make it a one complete sequence and standardized it. That is the third one, the tin can, xAPI. The Experience API, or xAPI for short, or tin can, that is used another name, is a newer e-learning standard that let you collect data about a wide range of experiences a learner has both online and offline. This API, application programming interface, captures data about a learner or a group's activities in a consistent format and from many different technologies. So this one is the newest one. More technologies involved and more features are involved in it. You can say the other different standards you can use online, but by this standard you can use it by the online and offline as well. With xAPI, people learn from the interaction with web content, with other learners, and much more. These interactions can happen anywhere, and a single event where learner could occur. And all of these actions can be recorded with xAPI. And when an activity is to be recorded, the application sends secure statements to a learning record store. You can see by the image that all the content is sending to the learning record store. A learning record store is a unique feature of xAPI that records all the statement made and share these statements with other LRS, and you can say the LRS can exist on its own and can live inside an LMS system. So it is live integrated in the LMS system. Now, what is the reason to consider this standard? So let's have a talk about the feature of this standard. That the first one is record almost any activity. The structure of xAPI statement uses nouns, verbs, and objects. So you can record almost any activity you can think of. That is the best feature. The next one is flexible learning histories. Experience API allows learner record store to talk to each other. LRS can share data and transcripts, and learner experience can follow from one LRS to another. If you are talking about the personal data lockers, that is, your learners can have their own personal data locker with their personal learning information inside them. They can be transported between different organizations, and it's all devices support. Any enabled device can send xAPI statement, for instance, mobile phones, hardware simulations, electronic games, and medical devices. A constant network connection isn't necessary, and occasional connectivity is fine. And the most important feature is tracking outside an LMS. You will be able to track your course content outside the LMS system. You can track learning events without being restricted by LMS functionality. Tracking can begin wherever the learner is and on whatever devices they are using. So this one is the third one and the newest one, standard. Now let's have a look the overview of all these three standards to make it more understandable for you guys what actually they work, how does they work, and what is actually the meaning, how they are different in a feature based. So let's have a look at the overview of these standards.
In today's digital age, learning is more virtual than ever. E-learning instructors worldwide design their courses for LMS platforms that make it available to their learners. Over time, e-learning has adopted standards to increase cross-platform compatibility. AICC is the oldest and uses HTTP to communicate with the LMS platform. It no longer receives additional updates, however, and is considered outdated. Still, many pros think AICC is more secure, and various organizations continue to use it. Most platforms accept AICC compliant content. After AICC came SCROM, which was developed to counter AICC's deficiencies. There are several versions of SCROM thus far, and SCROM 1.2 is the most widely used. SCROM uses JavaScript to communicate with the LMS, and is quite easy to follow. It only requires an XML document and a proper zip file format. The newest standard on the block is xAPI. Although it isn't widely supported because it is a new standard, it is still considered the most versatile. xAPI can be used outside of LMS platforms and allows creators to administer courses through mobile apps. xAPI also enables users to track progress offline. Each e-learning standard brings something different to the table. Whatever you choose, make sure you start by considering the desired outcomes for your course and the best LMS platform for the job.
So hope now you are able to understand the difference between these standards and how these standards work and where we use it. Now the question is about the SCROM. SCROM is basically a most used standard, and we already using this standard with LMS Blackboard. Now I'm going to talk about the SCROM, and let's have a look how it's work and how we can find the different features of SCROM and its integration with the LMS system.
Everyone in e-learning is talking about SCORM, but what exactly is SCORM and how can you easily create a SCORM package? First, a few words about the main ingredients of e-learning: a course, an authoring tool, and an LMS. LMS. A course is a package.
So here is important thing to note is the three main important things. The first one is LMS, tool, and course. These are the three things to create or connect or using these kind of the standards. Actually, you can say this is basically a process. You need a course, you need some tools, some authoring tools, and then you need a LMS system to make it integrated in it. So let's have a look.
Of learning materials, texts, videos, and quizzes. An authoring tool is a software for creating courses. An LMS is an online platform that delivers courses to learners. It's very important that all the ingredients communicate seamlessly. Let's say you have a new authoring tool or you're looking for an LMS. You need to be sure that they speak the same language, right? That is exactly what SCORM does. It sets the rules for transferring information between all ingredients. A SCORM package is a zip archive with learning materials like quizzes, videos, or texts wrapped in the unified code. That allows any SCORM compliant LMS to deal with SCORM courses that were created with any authoring tool. Now, your LMS can not only deliver SCORM courses to your trainees, but also register their progress. And you can create a particular sequence of learning items inside the course, as well as track learners' results. For example, how much time it took a learner to complete a course and what scores they got. With an authoring tool, you can create online courses from scratch and enhance them with videos, quizzes, and other interactivities. And then you just hit the Publish to SCORM button and your SCORM package is ready. Now it's time to choose the right authoring tool to hit the button in. iSpring, the right software for creating.
So now the main focus points are the course content, the authoring tool, and the LMS. If I'm talking about the course content, the e-learning course content, you are all the familiar with this, how many types of the course content you have. Let me just revise it. The course content of the e-learning course content, if I'm specifically talk about it, it contains graphic, infographic, the textual context, and some of videos, some audios, some 3D animations, and these kind of 3D videos, and these kind of different things to make a one complete course. Actually, we had many sessions on it, how you will be able to create your online course content, how you will be able to create your engaging online course content. So these all are the parts of the content you must have to make these online content. You need some of the authoring tool who will help you to create these content, and you can just merge all of the get different categories like the infographic, graphic, the PPT slides, the videos, the audios in by just making a one complete course by the help of these authoring tools. And the third one is LMS system, the learning management system. We have a different learning management system, but we are using the Blackboard, and mostly Blackboard is using in Saudi Arabia. But we have the Moodle, the Canvas, the Desire to Learn, and the Blackboard is mostly used. So we have a different learning management system. We have a different authoring tools, some of the paid, some of the free, and we have a different variety of the course content, and you can say different categories of the e-learning course content. Let's move toward the most important part, the authoring tools. An authoring tool could be any software solution you can use to create digital content. That would be a software solution and a digital content. You need some of the softwares which will help you to create your digital content. So how many categories of these tools, these authoring tools, you can say they can use as a single purpose tool. Some of the tools are just giving you one category of a content creation, and some activity creation tools, some course development and presentation tools, some journal presentation tools, testing and assessment tools. We already heard that we can use the different authoring tools content, and we can merge, mix and match in a one package, in a SCROM package or in a one place. And so it's not a problem if we have a different authoring tools. We can create the content accordingly, and then we can just merge that content to make a one complete course. If I elaborate this terminology to make it more understandable for you guys, that what is an e-learning authoring tool? An e-learning authoring tool is a software that used to build the e-learning content from the small piece of information like text, images, audio, recordings, and videos, in addition to helping you glue various media together into entire e-learning course. So now it's make easy statement that it's not giving you a separate things, but also giving you a one glue to various media you can just together in a one e-learning course. They have some unique features that can only be used for trainings. For example, some e-learning authoring tools allow you to create software simulations, and other let you to build a quizzes. So these are some special features you can say we have an authoring tool to giving you a facility to create your content more engaging and more variety of your content. So let's have a talk about the free authoring tools. How many we have a free authoring tools and how we can use it to create our course content. And almost all the authoring tools have a capability to just export your content in a SCROM package, and then now we are just make understand this process that we have a one course content. Now we are moving toward to make it one complete course, e-learning course by the authoring tools. So now we are talking about the authoring tools, how many e-learning authoring tools we have and we can use. Here I just listed up the 9, but we have a many more others. You can just explore the different authoring tools, and you can use even you can use simple just for the one purpose. If you are using for the just making one video, you can use it. And if you want to make it just glue a different media in one complete course design, you can use the different authoring tool as well. For example, we have the AdApp, the Course Lab, Is Easy, Movely, Adaptive View, Crowd Wisdom, Adapt, Glow Marker 3.0, and Camtasia. So I'm going to tell you about one of them to giving you idea how the course design and how we can use the authoring tool to create a one complete e-learning course. We are going to discuss about the AdApp, and we will see how it works.
Okay, so back at the admin portal, we are going to click on a course. I'm going to keep clicking on gender bias just because we've been using it.
After the sign up on the adapt.com, you will get the admin panel where you will be able to create your course, and you just create your lesson. You can see this dashboard here. You will be able to create your content. Even you can do this course content creation within the Blackboard, but I'm giving you a more varieties to you guys to, if you are you want to be explore the different things, which is just free of cost, and you just sign up, and then you will be able to get this admin panel.
For the branding, video, etc. I'm going to click on the lesson that I want to edit in the authoring tool. And then I'm going to click on this button in the top right corner, edit lesson content. And as soon as I click that, I am in the authoring tool. The authoring tool, you have a preview slide here. This is completely interactive, and it coincides with here your list of templates and slides. And this is where you can manipulate those templates and slides. Here's where you would type your answers, the answer field, the core message field, the reinforcements, etc. Actually, you can do things also like the social learning tab that we'll go over later. You have the scoring tab here, and you also have the stars tab here. But to get into the authoring tool, the template library, you would click on this plus sign, add a new slide. And as soon as you're there, you have the whole toolbox full of templates that you can use. Just going to go over some of these sections here. And I'm going to go over the sections here of these templates, but I really encourage you to explore and experiment, because at EdApp, we make the tools for you to be as creative as you can be. And there are things you will discover in all of these templates. We have many templates. I can't possibly go over every single one of them, but what I can do is show you the kinds of templates that we have in our library. So on the first tab, which is on the left, is the content, are the content slides. The content templates are perfect for transferring knowledge and introducing new content to your learners for the first time. So this does not require a right or wrong answer. This is purely knowledge transfer that's happening here. And if you see, we have things like media collection. This is where you can upload video, photo, and sound. You have a peer authoring template, which we'll go over later. You have a parallax. This is for those that are really savvy with their images and layers. You can give it a sort of 3D effect. If you move your mobile phone, the images will move. It's a little more complicated, but it's pretty simple to use. The scratch to reveal. This is a great template to use just to show your learners the sort of range of motion. What it does is it allows learners, I'm going to click on this, it allows learners to touch the screen and see what's underneath. And we put this usually pretty early. Actually, it's early in this lesson. And the reason for that is just we like to show our learners at the beginning of a lesson just how interactive EdApp can be, and how interactive their courses are. Okay. So underneath the content templates, we have the concept templates, and this is to reinforce singular concepts by having your learners recreate and filter through statements. This is a great way of just checking knowledge. We suggest every 1 to 2 slides to have some sort of interaction slide, and concept slides are part of those interactions. I use these ones quite a bit. The missing word is great, and the strikeout is fun to use. The strikeout, your learners can just draw all over the screen if they wanted to, but they can also strike out the incorrect word. Okay, great. They click OK, done, boom. Okay, underneath concepts, we have multiple choice. These templates reinforce key concepts by having learners identify the correct answer from a pool of options. And if you see here, we have many ways of doing that. We have the circle the answer, which is great. Another template that you draw on the screen is circle the correct answer. We have a speech bubble template, and this is good for interactions with either customers or other people or coworkers or students. This is just a great situational template to use. The numbers template asks number-based questions with templates designed from the ground up for numerical reinforcement. And this is really good for thinking of ratios. Here, this is sort of a ratio. You can say, oh, this is 30%, 20%, others 50, etc. You have pie charts here where you can select percentages, but then you also have these number sentences where you can test facts and things like that, and they're pretty great. I'll show you one of these number templates here. I think we have number sentence, and you can just see the movement here of how the numbers go up. It's pretty awesome template. It's very simple, pretty awesome. Okay, under the number templates, we have the relationship templates, and they really reinforce connections between related concepts. This is a great one. This is another draw on the screen one where you would have a concept and maybe you match it with its description, etc. It also has your drag and match options are here. So where you would drag objects, and here, this is where you would put your PNGs that can have that sort of see-through effect on part of them. Next is the very popular aspect of EdApp, and it's the gaming slides. And although those interactions, you could all earn stars throughout those interactions, the gaming slides are really like a big, okay, sit down, we're about to just have fun with some games, and you have an opportunity to win many stars. Some of the best ones, well, they're all great, but the true or false is a very intellectually stimulating game. Yeah, it's a swipe left or right situation. You swipe true, you swipe false, and actually you can change what those terms are. So this is completely customizable. A lot of our games are customizable and interactions. So I would say experiment, see what you can do, what you can change, how you can make it yours. There's a lot of possibilities you could do with these games. The memory game is great where you match tiles. You can either match images or words with their descriptions or concepts, etc. And once you match them, oh, let's see if I can match this one. There you go. So you can see you have a timer and a score point or a scoreboard right here. Okay, moving on. We also have a jumble word template. This you would type in a few words, and this is good if you want keywords to come across. I would suggest this game here. And the letter jumble is great for that as well. If there are just key concepts, words, and phrases you want the learner to walk away with, these are great games to end on. And you don't have to have a game always at the end of a lesson. You could have it in the middle, you could have it in the beginning. It's all up to you. It's completely customizable to your needs. Under the games templates, we have these survey slides. These gather feedback from learners about your lessons or about their own experiences. This free text could actually be used for many things, not just how would you improve the lesson. It could say, what would you like to learn more about in the future? And that could dictate the courseware that you'll make in the future. We also have a quantitative rating slide, which is 0 to 5. How confident are you in your understanding after taking this lesson? That's always great. And this multiple choice, which is great. You will be able to see the specific answers that your learners check here. And the quadrant, which is also a kind of quantitative way of saying, I'm confident here, not so confident in this area, etc. In the advanced templates, they allow you to take your lessons further by unlocking certain features and presenting your content. Here you have your external URL. You can embed a web page into your lesson. You can have a question pool, kind of traditional instructional design, where you have a bunch of questions at once. You also have a SCORM package to play a SCORM package if you need to. Underneath advanced, you have your favorites. This is where you can mark the templates that you like to use. And this is great for learners admins, and it's also great for the community as a whole, as templates actually have a number of how many times they're favorited underneath each one of them. So that's part of the data-driven learning model that EdApp uses. And here you have an import section or an import button, and this allows you to import slides from other courses in your account. So if you want to take a slide from another lesson to this lesson, it would adapt all of the branding that this lesson has and integrate right away. We really find that the sweet spot of micro lessons is between 8 to 12 slides. The reason for that is completion rates are just much, much higher when they're around 8 to 12 slides.
So don't you think this is a one complete package for you guys to create a one interactive complete course? One more thing I want to show you guys about the EdApp. Let me share my screen of Chrome. Is it visible? The Chrome screen. Let's have a look. The features we can avail in an EdApp. Okay. Okay, you can say, look at this. You can see my screen, my Chrome screen. You can type in a chat box. Hello, you can see my screen. Is it visible to all of you? Okay. Okay, you can see here that you can use it free, and you can just see here you have a different features you can avail, that is unlimited shareable courses and the unlimited users library of 1,000+ editable courses, built-in gamification features, unlimited videos and audios upload, and customized branding in 24/5 online support. So these are much more and enough for you guys to create a one complete e-learning course, and you have just a different features are here, and which is, I think, according to me, it's so much to when you are going to create a one complete course. And if you want to get some of advanced features, so you will be just pay the $2 per month, and the other features is available here too, but it's just $2 to $5, but you can use the free one, and you have many features are here, and you just saw in a video as well how you will be able to avail these features. Okay, let's move toward the next one.
Okay, so
now the next authoring tool, the Camtasia is also one of the authoring tool. Now we are going to see how we will be able to export the SCROM package from Camtasia, and then we will be able to upload the Blackboard, as we are using the Blackboard, and the Blackboard is just supporting the SCROM packages, and we have a different authoring tool. Let's have a look how we will be able to export it and then upload it into the Blackboard. So this is the interface of the Camtasia, and while you've done all your creations and everything, you can see here is the media bin, and here is the different recordings, audios, videos. It's already created, and now just click on a share button. This wizard will be open, and you will just see the dimensions, the format, the description, and now you are going to move toward the next one. See, here is the different varieties of formats available. So you just select the MP4 for just export this one. You will select the slide, the video setting, the audio setting, and different options are available here. Quizzing option is also available here. And you just click on the options, and you just fill up if you want to fill these all options. Here is the option report quiz result using SCROM. If you want to track your quiz by SCROM, you just select this one, this option, and set the passing scores, completion requirement, and produce zip file. These are the SCROM options. Here is the name of the video or your production, whatever, and then you will select the path, and you will just finish. Now you are just logging to your Blackboard Learn. Go to the content and just select the content package SCROM. Browse my computer. You will select that file you just download from the Camtasia. Okay, it's in a zip format. Now, while you just open it, you can add the title, the other thing, make this SCROM available, number of attempts you can select here. The grading is also available here with the SCROM. You can select the points here, the due date, timing of the grading. It will be appear on a grade center. You just click on a submit, And here you are. You just complete the setting of this content that is uploaded by the SCROM package, and you can explore it more. You can just using the other authoring tools. We just use the Camtasia to export the SCROM package. You can use the other authoring tool to export your SCROM package and upload in a content by the content package SCROM, and then you can do the different setting and you can just check it out how it's worked. So this is basically a complete scenario about. We just start talking about. Let me revise some of the points. We just we start talking about the standards, the e-learning standards. We just study about the AICC, the SCROM, the TINCAN, most used standards of the e-learning. Then the connectivity between the course content, the authoring tool, then LMS system. Then we just see the briefly the authoring tools, how we can use it, how many free options we have, and how we can utilize it to make a better or best e-learning content, one complete course development and creation, you can say. And then how we will be able to connect or integrate that one with our LMS system, the Blackboard system which we are using. So this is the one complete scenario which will help you to make a new thing, to make your content more flexible, easy to use, easy to track, easy to get the performance within the Blackboard system. You have many other options in the Blackboard system, but most of us are not exploring it and using it. But today, I hope you learn about it, and you will be going to use this one, and at least at once you just apply it, and you will be just able to see the different outcomes by this. Thank you so much. I hope I explained well. If you have any question or you want me to revise anything for you guys, please tell me. If you want to unmute your microphone, you can. You have any question, you can ask me. And also tell me now you are clear about these standards. Thank you so much. You will get the recording of these all sessions, and inshallah, let me share the recording as well. You will get it once I upload it. Thank you, guys. Yes, one more thing before leaving, please replace your name. Okay, right now we can't use the xAPI standard with the Blackboard Learn. Right now we are using the SCROM package, but I think with the Blackboard Learn Ultra, maybe we are able to use the xAPI. But right now Blackboard is supporting the SCROM packages and SCROM standards. What about the certificates? Yes, it would be available online. You just need to be a register for this training. You have a registration link. Let me share the registration link with you guys. You just register, and even if you not register for the training, you just replace your name with your employee ID. We just take your employee ID, and we will just create a certification for you guys by the attendance as well. You can see the others, they write their name and then their employee ID. That would be good for us to grab your employee ID. It's not like this, not in a chat, please, ma'am. Just rename your name, and then write up your employee ID. Let me share the registration link as well to make it easy for you guys too. You just open this link, log in by your email ID, username of Design University and the password, and then go to inside the and select the training session, and you will be get the certificate. Your registration is important, and even though if you didn't register, no problem, you just replace your name with your employee ID to get the certifications.